It's the Last Stand Podcast. And here's your host, Brian Custer.
That's right. The unfiltered, straight talk from some of the biggest names in sports and entertainment. That's what we deliver on The Last Stand. I am Brian Custer. And in the sport of boxing, there are some supremely talented fighters. And at 130 pounds, one of them is a young man known as Prime Time. He is Chris Colbert. He joins us here on The Last Stand. Prime Time, what's up? Welcome to the show.
What's up, my brother? Thanks for having me.
Man, it's great to have you on. You know, last time we saw you fight on Showtime in December, dominating performance that you put on. What do you think your victory and the way you did it, what message did that send to the 130-pound division?
Wait, can you say that one more time?
That victory.
No. Start from the beginning, though, where you said it from the beginning.
Well, as Prime Time?
On Showtime, I did a what?
You had a dominating performance.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Let's be honest. It was dominating. It was a dominating performance against a guy who was a slugger. What do you think that win said to the 130-pound division?
I mean, to be honest, I warned y'all before we did it. Like, I told y'all what I was going to do. I warned y'all. I told y'all I wanted to go out there and put on the show and give the fans, because I felt like I owed my fans and in the boxing world a treat from what I did, the performance that I put on the fight before. I mean, even though I got the win, but it wasn't like an entertaining fight to me or the fans. So I felt like I had to come back out and prove the world something. And I told you I was going to do that by stopping him. And I did that in the 11th round. You
did do that. You defeated a guy who was Arboleda, who was known as a puncher. And the way you dominated him, do you think you changed the perception of people who said, well, Chris Colbert, talented fighter, but just a flashy boxer, that's it? That you changed the perception that you can do a lot more than just box?
I mean, if I didn't, they just going to have to step in the ring with me and find out. But I definitely feel like I did. I beat him at his own game. People, I know they expected me to come out there and move and try to run and grab it. No. I did what I said I was going to do. I said I was going to stand there and bang him out, and that's what I did.
You know, when you look at the 130-pound division, you got Burchell, a champion, Jojo Diaz, Jamel Herring, Tank Davis. When do you see Chris Colbert fighting for the world title?
To be honest, it's all within God's plan, Al Heyman's plan. I don't duck. I don't dodge nobody. Whoever they put in front of me, I just knock them down. And listen, give me the right time, give me the right money, and make it a reasonable type of approach. Then I'm down. Listen, I'm in this game to build a legacy and it's to get all the belts and show the world Prime Time is not only that guy in baseball and football, he's that man in boxing too. And so hopefully within the next 2 years, we should get the title. If not, if Gervonta Davis go up or we got to fight him, whatever the case may be, I'm down for whatever.
You know, I love having, when we have fighters on, I love asking them this. Put your management aside. If you were your manager, you were your promoter, and you could give me your next three fights. Your next three fights. Chris Colbert said, I'm fighting this guy next. What would those three fights be?
I am my next promoter. It would be definitely a Jamel Herring fight to take his title. And then it would be a Burchak fight to take his title. And then me and a Gervonta Davis fight to make a super fight and then take his title.
What's the one fight out there that Chris Colbert really wants right now that he believes that would take it to the next level?
One more other fight, and then after me and Gervonta Davis fight, and then we put on Prime versus Prime, Shakur Stevenson versus Prime Time. And that's something that the world want to see, and that's something that hopefully will happen in the near future. But the fight I feel like that will really build my legacy, like there's a lot of fights out there, to be honest. I can't really be too picky because I'm still an up-and-coming fighter. So like a Leo Santa Cruz fight, me dominating him would be a great fight. I can't really say Abner Mares because he's been old and washed up, but the Abner Mares fight will give me a little bit of something, you know what I'm saying? Because he done had great wars with a lot of great champions. He's a 2-time champion or 1-time champion, something like that.
Yeah, you look at Abner, and Abner has been multi. So, you know, this is a guy 3-4 times. So,
yeah, he's been so a fight like with him, Santa Cruz, who else? Jamel Hammond not a fight for like the fans. Burchek either. Those are just fights that I would want because they got the belts. But Shakur Stevenson, Javante Davis, those are the big fights that will really put me. The Javante Davis victory put me on the pound for pound list, maybe at 1 or 2.
I'm happy you mentioned Shakur. We had Shakur Stevenson on the show. And recently he said he's the real boogeyman of boxing. No one mentions him. No one calls him out. You both are at 130. Is he right?
Oh, listen, but I feel the same way. A lot of fighters can say that. It's not that you the boogeyman. They don't make sense. You go into top rank to fight. We go over to fight you on the top rank card. You don't get paid what you deserve over there. It's not that he's a boogeyman and he don't got a belt at 130 for people that's gonna want to fight him at 130. At 126, I could have said he was the boogeyman because them guys did not want to fight him. But he's a bad boy. Listen, it's no hate in my blood. I give respect when it's due. You a bad boy. You a bad boy. And he is a bad boy. And me and him will be a hell of a fight, but I'm going to take that victory. I know that. It's win by any means necessary. I don't care about looking cute, clean, nothing. It's win. That's the only thing I know is win.
No. What do you think about the 130-pound division?
I think it's a super stacked division. A lot of great fighters. Well, not super stacked, but like a stacked division. A lot of great fighters, but at the end of the day, I'm not really worried about it. I just want it to be one face, one name at the end of when it's all said and done. I just want to get my titles and then go up to 35.
And that leads to me. How long do you see yourself fighting at 130?
To be honest, I can't really tell you because I never trained to the best of my abilities yet because I'm still comfortable. Like I need to get out of my comfort zone and go somewhere else. That's what I'm trying to do for my next fighting. Go into a real camp, like where I'm away from everything, where I can't, no distractions, because I'm still comfortable here. I mean, I trained hard, but like, when you're comfortable, you can still do certain things. Like, I can just get up and I can just go eat. I don't know where no stores is at if I go somewhere else. You feel what I'm saying? So like, I feel like I probably got a couple more years here if I go train, because I still make the weight now without struggling. So imagine if I really isolate myself and dig down, I'll be making the weight more and more, even more easier.
There's so much attention on that weight division that's right above you at 135, that lightweight division, whether it be Teofimo, the takeover, whether it be Ryan Garcia, whether it be Tank Davis, or whether it be Devin Haney. So many people are looking at that division, Loma as well, want all of those guys to fight each other. What do you think about that division? And in your opinion, who is the best fighter at lightweight?
To be honest, that's a super stacked division. That division is hotter than the Heats that play in Miami. And I feel like, I don't know. I'm cool with all of them. Like, not really cool with all of them, but out of the 4, I'm cool with 3 of them. Like, those are my dogs. But like, I feel like right now, Teofimo is that guy. Not only because the way he beat Lomachenko with the confidence and all of that is just, I just feel like he's really that guy right now. I don't think Ryan Garcia can handle him. I don't think Devin Haney would beat Ryan Garcia. I mean, will lose to Ryan Garcia. But then again, I don't think Devin Haney could beat Teofimo. Then Tank, I don't know. Tank just don't be disciplined enough.
You were quoted last month as saying young American boxers are taking over the sport. Tell us, what do you mean by that?
There's been a lot of Mexican champions for a little while, a lot of champions from the UK, but these young American fighters, the ones that came up in my era from the 2016 Olympics, and around those times, we taking over. Listen, Shakur Stevenson, me, Teofimo, Ryan Garcia, Richardson Hitchens, who else? Let's keep going. Like, and these are just the name notable ones that people talk about every day in boxing. There's a lot of other fighters out there that I can't really name because I don't really know them, but by their names and stuff, but they really talented. So like America got some heat. I'm telling y'all, America definitely got some heat. And the boxing world better look out and be prepared because it's gonna be like a tour. in the near future, we're gonna have like a Arturo Gotti versus Floyd fight, Floyd versus Pacquiao fight coming up. We don't know between who, but that definitely coming.
You were the subject of a documentary, I want to say, that aired on Netflix like 4 years ago called Counterpunch. How did that documentary showing how you came up, being a boxing prodigy, how did that affect your career?
I mean, it definitely took my career to the next level because I gained so much fans and popularity off that. Like I like even to this day, I walk around and people be like, "Yo, I see you on Netflix," like, and I'll be like, "Dang, that thing is still up there," but and it feels dope because it's a Netflix original. Like it's staying up there. It's not coming down. So but it felt good. I was like to touch a lot of people and like, because people to this day, they text me on Instagram, like, you my role model. I look up to you. I see you on the documentary. They come check my store out because they see me. Like, I love it. I love it. I love it. And I embrace all my fans. I show love to everybody as much as I can. And listen, we just going to keep going up.
You mentioned it. You decide, and you're still a young man. I mean, let's be honest, you're 24, 25 years old.
Yes.
You decided to open your own business there in northern New Jersey. It's called Primetime Chicken. Tell me why.
185 Palisades Avenue, Garfield, New Jersey. But to be honest, the chicken thing wasn't really like a plan. Like, it was just something that somebody threw at me, and then I was like, yeah, I know who I am. Primetime. Scared money don't make no money. If I know I could do it. And so I just went with it. But I just was quarantined, opening my eyes, because like I was spending like probably like 60, 70,000 on clothes, like sneakers and clothes and sneakers, like just spending money like on crazy. And then I'm like, yo, wow. And I mean, I made a lot of money too. During quarantine, I was gambling on the casino, on the app, on the phone, playing roulette. 21, bet on 21, you never gonna lose. Yeah, well, proud I said 21 black, never lose. but I was spending a lot of money, and came to my conclusion, like, yo, imagine if boxing don't come back. What are we gonna do? I don't got no diploma, no degrees, no nothing. What am I gonna do? I ain't going back to the corner. That's not in my repertoire no more. So like, I just decided, like, yo, I gotta invest. What was really in my plan to do was to open up a beauty bar. Because one thing we know for sure, and two things for certain, is women always need their hair done, they need their nails done, they need their lashes done, and they need their feet done, and they need them waxing all that. So you can never go wrong with that. I don't care if it's quarantine or not. Females be on Instagram Live. They want to look cute for Instagram, quarantine or not. And so I'm like, yeah, that's my plan. I was shopping around looking for store buildings to get, shopping around. And then my boy presented this one to me. I'm like, yo, but it already had a kitchen in it type thing. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna take it. But like I told myself, I like jewelry, don't get me wrong, but I'm not investing in my jeweler. I'm not making my jeweler more rich than he already is. I need to invest in myself so I could be rich, and then I could be able to afford, so I won't be able to have to pay for the jewelry out my pocket. So this property right here will be paying for it. Then that property right there will be paying for another Rolex for me. Then, this property right there, I need you to pay for my Rolls Royce. Oh, don't forget this one over there. I need you to pay for something too. So like, I decided I wanted to invest in myself. I wanted to make myself more of that guy. Like, these fighters, don't get it wrong. These fighters out here is doing, some of them ain't doing their thing, but they not that guy because they not focusing on themselves. That money come like this, 100,000, 50,000. These fighters that's out here making those little monies like that, like, that's money to us. When you coming from nothing, that's money. That's a lot of money. 100,000, 50,000, that's still a lot of money when you come from nothing. So like, I understand we gotta experience like to lose it, but why wait for it too long to realize that you're losing too much money? And I realized that early on, and I made some changes, and now I'm prime time the businessman.
I love it. The fighter, the businessman, all wrapped up in one. How active do you think you'll be this year? How many fights?
Probably like 2 or 3 fights. But oh yeah, and I told myself I can't be buying all these fancy cars, and because I was driving a Mercedes-Benz GLA 45 AMG. I can't be driving all these fancy cars. I had an apartment. I had a nice apartment, condo in New Jersey, Edgewater. But I'm like, I need a house, bro. I need a house. Now I regret it. I don't want a house because you see all this snow. Having to shovel that snow this morning, that shit was not it. I was stressing. I'm like, ooh, I'm standing on top. I was standing on top of my car because it was so deep. I'm like, I threw the shovel on the ground and said, ooh, I don't want this. And it's not it. I haven't shoveled in years.
It wasn't like that in Brooklyn, huh?
No. Oh, when I lived in Brooklyn, no, I used to shovel in Brooklyn because I was a kid. I used to do it for make money. Like I was a hustler. I always found a way to make money. But now that you got a house, my house is big. So like I didn't even touch the backyard. Only thing I did was make a path from my door to my cars and then clean off the cars because I ain't put them in the garage. And oh my God, I was out there for a long time. My feet was on the gate. I said, yo, I don't want a house no more. But I mean, I'm proud of myself. I did a lot from the within this little bit of time, and it even haven't been a year. I bought a new car, I bought a crib, and I got a store within less than a year at the age of 24 with 15 fights. So listen, I must got the right people in my ear telling me the right things. And I appreciate everybody that's helping me and teaching me the game because I'm on a go. And my goal is this year to have 6 properties. Not 1, not 2, 6. So instead of investing in $1,500 Gucci sneakers, I could put a couple of more thousands on that and then go get a building and then have them pay that off by living in it and then take whatever else and put it in my pocket, save it up, and then open up another one over there. 6 is my goal for this year. I'm going to make it. I'm going to do it. 6 is my goal.
And what about from a fighting standpoint? Where will we see Chris Colbert
by the end of
the year?
Definitely undefeated. Against who? We don't know. Hopefully we can get some better competition. Right now I got a mandatory challenger, Xavier Martinez. I don't know if the fight will happen. He doing a lot of talking. I don't like, you see me, I don't like to do talking on the gram. I talk face to face when we know we got the fight. Because when you know you ain't got the fight, you're wasting your breath. What I'm talking for. I want to talk when you know we got the fight. I don't want to talk. I want to state facts. Like that's what I like to do. State facts and whoever they put in front of me, I'm going to knock them down. I'm putting on straight dominating performances my whole career. If it go down to, I'm tired of letting it go down to the judges' scorecard because I feel disrespected when these fighters be doing this at the end. Like, wait, hold on, you know something I don't know or something? Like, because I to my knowledge, I just won every round. Maybe you won in one round, but dang, you raising your hand, that's insulting. Like, so I just want to put on dominating performance for the rest of the year. Show the world that I'm here and I'm here to stay. It's prime time, baby, on whatever time we on. We on Showtime, we on Fox, and we on wherever we at, it's prime time.
I love it. Time now for a segment here, Chris, called Take Your Stand on Your Health. It's brought to you by one of our sponsors, Man Cave Health, whose mission is to make sure that all men take at least 1 hour out of the year to either get an annual physical or PSA test and know your number. I was diagnosed with prostate cancer some years back. And the only reason why I'm sitting here talking to you right now is because every year I got an annual physical, PSA test. I knew my number. They caught it early. Prostate cancer is very treatable if you catch it early.
Beat that.
Yeah, absolutely. Beat that thing and standing just like this. First question for you. How important is your health to you?
I mean, as a fighter, as a young adult, somebody with a child, my health is very important because obviously we want to live 100 years or maybe more. But my health is very important. But it's people in my family that's suffering from different kind of health conditions. But like, they definitely on top of it. My mother, my stepmother, she had breast cancer, but she beat that. My mom, she got diabetes and things like that. But like, she's working. She stayed on top of her game. And like you said, with the prostate cancer, I don't know nobody that genuinely have it besides you now, and you my dog. But and you beat that though. My step-pops, my father-in-law, he when he got tested, he was just telling me about it not too long ago, and I was telling him like, dang, I don't know if I want somebody going up my booty with a camera.
Well, look, here's the great thing: you can get the PSA test. It's simple blood test.
See, now you just put me onto some game. Appreciate that. And
simple blood test. Now, let me ask you this. Along those lines, what do you do to make sure that members of your family, especially like guys like your father, father-in-law, uncles, that these guys, they are diligent about staying on their health and getting an annual physical?
They all know. I'm like, they all stay on top of their game. My mom, she stay on top of her game. She always gonna making sure she checks. She'd go to the doctor because she's older, so she gotta go check herself on herself. My father-in-law, he go check because his father used to do it, but his father just passed away. R.P. to Wito. Who else? My mom, my stepmom, she works in she's a nurse. No, she's something higher than a nurse, but she definitely stay on top because she obviously works in the hospital, so she got to stay on top of her game to make sure. And me, you know, I gotta stay healthy. I gotta stay clean because I'm a fighter. I gotta, and like I said, I got a son. I want to live 100 years, so we can live it out together.
And here's the beauty: you and I are having this discussion, which a lot of times men don't do, which is good because it is something that is ravaging our community. You know, prostate cancer affects Black men twice as much as it affects white men. And it is something that we don't talk about, that we need to talk more about and be more diligent to make sure that family members get their annual checks.
Definitely.
That's the beauty. And listen, here's the great thing. We want everyone to go to mancavehealth.org, check out their website. It's a great resource for wellness checks, for prostate cancer. They also provide resources for people who can't afford tests. All you've got to do, go to mancavehealth.org, sign up for the newsletter. It's free. And if you want, you can also give a small donation. All you got to do is text The Last Stand to 44321. Again, text The Last Stand to 44321. Here with Chris Colbert, one of the most dynamic fighters at 130 pounds. And Chris, for everyone who comes on the show, we allow people to send questions through social media, and we got a number of them for you. So want to get right to them. The first one comes from Twitter. Mark asks, why no more Little B-Hop?
I mean, I just felt like the name B-Hop carried on a little bit too farther than it should have. I made my history with that name. He made his history with that name, but like it could only be real one B-Hop in this sport. There ain't no such thing as a prime time in boxing. Anybody that named themselves prime time, the last person that I seen try to name himself prime time, he took 2 L's and I DM'd him and I said, yo, please don't disrespect my name. Change your name. Dion told me like this straight up. If you was trash, I would have DM'd you and said, brother, you can't use that name. You can't use that name. And I said, so I told him, so I didn't receive that DM from you, so I guess I'm verified from you. He said, you a bad mother?
Shut your mouth. I love it. I love it. Next one comes from Facebook from Alvin. He asks, how long before you think you're ready for a world title shot?
Hey, I'm ready now. All it takes, like I said, just give me the right time to train and to make my camp and then make it money, make it make money to make it make sense. And I'm ready, 100% ready.
Next one from Facebook, it says, do you plan to go for all the straps at 130 before moving up to 135?
I mean, only God can tell us that because I'm still growing. I'm still young, 24 years old. I feel like I'm still growing. And we just gonna have to let my body be the judge.
Okay. Time now for the last segment of this show here, Chris. We call it The Last Stand. I'm going to ask you a series of questions. Just give me the first thing that comes to your mind. You ready?
You know
All right, here we go. Do more people know you as Prime Time or Lil B-Hop?
Prime Time, because I put on TV a lot with Prime Time.
All right. Who is the best fighter right now out of Brooklyn? Teofimo, Berlanga, Daniel Jacobs, Chris Colbert.
Prime Time.
Primetime Chicken.
They all great fighters, though.
Yep. Primetime Chicken or Chick-fil-A?
Primetime Chicken.
Best item on the Primetime Chicken menu?
The chicken.
Which one?
They both good because I can't really say because I got my favorite. Other people may have theirs. Like,
What's your favorite?
Sometimes I like the hot wings, the Sosa wings. I named it after my pop, the Sosa wings, because you know Mexicans like spicy things. So
Yeah.
I named it after him, Sosa wings. And then I got the Sugar Ray wings. I named it after one of my favorite fighters, Sugar Ray Leonard. I got the Sugar Ray wings. The Sugar Ray wings is bad wing. One thing I can't promise you is you're not getting the Sosa sauce or the Sugar Ray sauce nowhere. If anybody can get my sauce at another store, I get them $1,000 to every person that come with that sauce to my store. You have to bring it from another store to my store. I give you $1,000, every single body.
I love it. I love it. Last question. By this time next year, Chris Colbert will be what?
Rich as us. No. Hopefully I'll be world champion by this time next year, but I'm definitely going to be a more of a businessman. I'm going to be more wiser, more known, like I'm just going to be better overall in every aspect of my of being a better person to myself, of myself.
I love it. Listen, I've been wanting to do this for a while. I appreciate the time, my man. Nothing but continued success to you. And listen, that's what we do here, folks, on The Last Stand. We bring you some of the biggest names in the sport, just like Chris Colbert. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.